Hello everybody, and welcome to the first in a series of short videos on the London to Syria 2010 trip. My name is Alexis, I'm a translator working in London, and together with a couple of friends of mine, we'll be riding down to Syria to explore the country and see what it has to offer to motorcyclists. Now the aim of the journey is to travel to Syria and meet the fascinating people and visit the interesting locations that make Syria such a very special place. In the process, we will also be making a film about our journey, and together with Eco Adventure Tours, we'll be helping SOS Kinderdorf Syria, which is a charity organization helping Syrian children in need. Now my choice of motorcycle for the trip is the Yamaha XT 660R. I've had this one since the year 2006, and as you can see it looks very much unlike the original model that you can see in the showrooms, as I've made various modifications and changes to it, like for example new paint scheme and increasing the seat height by putting gelling and padding into my seat, adding this sump guard to protect the engine and the exhaust pipes, adding this additional windscreen to protect me from the wind on the motorways, and these panniers and top box where I can put all my luggage into. Now most of the riding in Syria will take place on roads, but that does mean that on odd occasions we won't be able to do a little bit of riding in the desert. And this sandy byway here is the perfect place to practice for it. The byways which I enjoy most of all are the ones which consist of sand. My friend Peter always says you can have more fun on one day's trail riding than 10 days travelling on the road. I myself think it's quite important to learn how to ride in the sand if you want to travel to places like Syria, because some of the roads might not actually be that good, and to learn how to deal with the soft sand and the humps and possible roots and objects that lie around in the sand is very important. I've already been to Syria twice, and both times were a great experience. This here is the shrine of Sayyedah Zaynab, who was the granddaughter of the Prophet Muhammad. As you can see, it's very rich in ornaments and decorations, both on the outside and on the inside here with calligraphy. This here is coming into one of the shrines. The ceilings are decorated as well, and these places attract mainly tourists from Iran, from Syria, other Arab countries and other countries in the Muslim world. Here's the Umayyad Mosque on the outside, and on the inside this is the shrine of Sayyedah Zaynab. We got there when it wasn't fully completed yet. This is the Syrian countryside, as you can see, rich in green and desert and mountains at the same time. This is driving up a narrow street in one of the smaller cities. This is up in the northern part of Syria, one of the new shrines that was built there. The good thing about being there when it was not fully completed yet is that you got to see it before actually loads of people were there. So you were there without being disturbed very much, and you could really have the place pretty much to yourself. And this is up in Aleppo, which will be the last stop on our tour, up in the north of the country. This is the route that we'll be taking on our journey through Syria. We'll be coming in from the north, from Turkey. Our first stop will be at Latakia, then riding down to Tartous, Homs, stopping at Sednaya, then down to Damascus, Ma'aloula, Palmyra, Deir Zur, the Euphrates, riding along the Euphrates, then up to Aleppo and then back. This is the trip logo, and we see here that it consists of, first of all, the map of Syria, and then also of the logo of SOS Children's Villages in Syria, the charity organization that we will be supporting, and then also Eco Adventure Arabia Travel and Tours, the travel company that we'll be doing most of our journeys with and that will help us out along the way. This is Latakia, It'll be the first stop on our journey around Syria. The city is also the home of the Alawite community and the principal port city of Syria. Tartous has a nice island opposite its shoreline, and there's a small city on that island. There are no cars there, and it's mainly a fishing and tourist town. This is the city of Homs, and this will be our third stop along our journey through Syria. It is quite an important town, and many people who work in Damascus live there and commute every day. Here we have pictures from Damascus, which is the capital of Syria and the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world. It has a very rich history and culture, and the city has become an important center of trade and commerce. On our journey through Syria, we will also be passing by the shrine of Sayyedah Zaynab, who was the granddaughter of the Prophet Muhammad. This shrine is located in the south of Damascus, and this part of the capital is an important pilgrimage site which has experienced a rapid growth over the last few decades. We will be visiting two ancient Christian cities, namely Sednaya and Ma'aloula. Sednaya, of course, is well known as an ancient Christian town with numerous churches and artworks. The second ancient Christian town that we will be visiting is Ma'aloula, and it is here that Aramaic, which is the language that Jesus spoke, is still being used to this day. After we've been to Palmyra, a place of ancient ruins, we'll be riding alongside the Euphrates River and passing Lake Assad. Our final stop on our journey through Syria will be the city of Aleppo. It is the second largest city in the country. Numerous ruins and ancient sites attract tourists each year to this commercial trade center. People of various identities live here, among these being Arabs, Kurds and Circassians. One of my favorite pastimes is trail riding, and here I can be seen testing my BMW motorcycle to its abilities in one of the deeper puddles on the byways in the south of England. I always enjoyed trail riding a lot, and it prepared me for those sections in, for example, Spain, where the roads weren't that good, or when I tried to do some kind of riding in the desert. Here again, in one of the very deep puddles, sinking in quite a lot. The KTM was one of my favorite motorcycles that I had before the Yamaha XT 660R, and it served me very well. Here I'm riding in eastern Spain in the Bardenas Reales area. That was a very good experience, and I spent around a month riding all around Spain. Another thing I love about trail riding and riding in mud conditions is watching the mud fly off the front wheel, as we can see here. This is again going through one of the very, very deep puddles. And I also enjoy riding around in Europe during the summer. On the way to Austria, I visit various other countries, like, for example, France, Italy, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and here I am in Austria itself, riding up near the Großglockner mountain area. In the next videos we will introduce you to the other members of the London to Syria 2010 trip and see more of the preparation work. I hope you enjoyed the last 10 minutes, and I hope to see you again soon.